Hello everyone. Now we will discuss about the viewer panel in details. The viewer node will show the output to whatever the node it's connected to it. I mean, ये viewer जो node है ये आपको output दिखाएगा ये जिस भी node से connected हो. Suppose if I connect this node to this merge, I can see my composite over here. Now if I connect this pipe to the image, I can see the image over here. Same as if I'll connect to this read node, I can see this background. Another way to connect this viewer node to a particular node is by hitting the 1 key. For example, if I select this and I'll hit 1 on the keyboard, I can now see my image. Same as if I'll select my grade node and hit 1, I can see my grade node. So, this is very simple. One interesting thing about the viewer node is it supports up to 10 inputs. For example, if I will select my jet and I will hit 2 on the keyboard, now see my image is attached to this viewer node, also my grade node is attached to this viewer node. I can switch in between by hitting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, so let's disconnect that. Suppose अगर आपसे गलती से ये viewer node delete हो जाता है, so like somehow you delete that. Okay, so what you need to do is just select this and on the keyboard press Ctrl I. Wow, and you can have your new fresh viewer. All right. Now let's see that how we can control our viewer itself, like over here. Okay, so pan करने के लिए you can use your alt on your keyboard and left mouse button for panning. Zoom करने के लिए you can use your thumb wheel, just press it and also press your left mouse button and drag to zoom in and zoom out. You can also use your thumb wheel, you can just rotate your thumb wheel to zoom in and zoom out. The key feature about the zooming is मैं जहाँ पे भी कर्सर रख के zoom करूँगा वही एरिया मेरा zoom होगा. Like if I put my cursor over the tip of this jet fighter plane and if I'll scroll it, see I can zoom over here and suppose मैं अगर यहाँ mouse रख के I will zoom it, then see. To make it fit, you can press H on the keyboard and if you will make it size different, then everything will be moving the same way. Over here is your channels. For example, this is your viewer channel actually. For example, if you want to see the red channel, you can pop up that menu and click over here. Now you're seeing your red channel in the image, same as you can see your green channel and the blue channel and the alpha. Alright, and if you want to get back to the RGB, either you can use just this RGB, or suppose if you are an alpha channel and you want to get back, just hit the alpha channel itself once again. This button over here is for activating your proxy mode. Suppose if I zoom in, now if I on this button by clicking onto it, now you can see मेरा footage जो है वो degrade हो गया. I mean resolution मेरे footage का कम हो गया. ये generally use किया जाता है whenever you have a very big format or very big size image or image sequence. For example, you're working on EXR or the DPX format and you just want to see and you just want to play the whole shot and just see that कि इस पूरे shot में हो क्या रहा है, movement कैसी है. So you can just on your proxy mode and so you will take the less time to recalculate the images and play for you. You can just go ahead and make it off. Here is your pause and update button. So what this stands for, let's see. मैंने यहाँ पे blur node को activate किया and you see over here, if I increase the blur value, न्यू करता क्या है, वो पूरे फ्रेम पे इस blur value को calculate करेगा, alright, immediately, like रियल टाइम में. मैं जैसे जैसे इसको इंक्रीज कर रहा हूँ वैसे वैसे इसको कैलकुलेट कर रहा है. ऑलराइट, here I can use my pause button. For example, if I activate my pause button and उसके बाद मैं अगर blur को increase कर रहा हूँ, you can see nothing is happening over here. Is why? Because the blur is adding to it, but it has been paused by this pause button. So if I want to add the blur up to 30 or 31, and now if I go and click on this update button, it will update the whole frame for me. For example, if I go and update this button, now you see. Alright, same if I want less blur, I can just slide it over here and again I will hit this update button. So basically इसका यूज सिर्फ इसलिए है, सेम यूज जैसा कि हमने प्रॉक्सी के लिए यूज किया था, कि अगर आपके पास बहुत ही हैवी प्लेट है, यू आर वर्किंग ऑन अ वेरी लार्ज स्केल्स, then you can use this pause button so that new won't take too much time or unnecessarily process to show you what is happening inside it. Alright, once you are done with it, don't forget to means off this button, because अगर आप आगे काम करेंगे and you will means tweak some values, आपको कोई भी अपडेट नहीं मिलेगा, because अगर ये pause button on रहेगा. So don't forget to make it off. Alright, over here is the region of interest. If I click over here, now let's see what this does. ये करता क्या? It's a very handy. You can also adjust this interest, the region of interest, so that आप बस जिस एरिया में चाहते हो सिर्फ उस एरिया में चेंजेस देख सकते हो. फॉर एग्जांपल ब्लर वैल्यू मैंने यहाँ पे कम कर दिया. नाउ यू कैन सी सिर्फ इस पर्टिकुलर एरिया के अंदर ब्लर वैल्यू कम हो रही है. ऑलराइट, जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले कहा था कि यहाँ पे जो टूल्स दिए हुए हैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके व्यूअर्स पैनल्स के लिए दिए हुए हैं, सिर्फ आपके देखने के लिए दिए हुए हैं. सो अगर मैं इसका रेंडर आउटपुट निकालूंगा तो ये जो मैंने ब्लर यहाँ पे ज़ीरो किया है, ये पूरी की पूरी इमेज पे ज़ीरो होगा. ऑलराइट, दिस इज ओनली फॉर व्यूइंग एंड सेविंग योर टाइम, नथिंग एल्स. जस्ट मेक इट ऑफ. नाउ सी, यू कैन सी दैट कि अब पूरी इमेज पे ब्लर हट चुका है. Here is your mask button. For example, you want to mask this whole, so you can in 16:9 ratio, like this, you will get your output like this. And also here is your guidelines for, like, you need a title safe area so that you want to work inside it or whatever. Just make it to the no guides. Actually, I don't want to use this. Over here is your main output. Like, you are working in the 2D atmosphere, you can switch over to 3D. Now you can see that you are getting a 3D atmosphere, and just like in Maya, we also have this right side of the 3D, the left side, top, bottom, and so on. Get back to the 2D. Okay, this button over here is for, like, simply I can say that it's used for taking the snapshot of the viewer. Suppose if I zoom up to this and if I'll hit this, it'll take the snapshot of this viewer, not the whole entire frame. Okay, so before doing any your comp or before doing any your work, you first of all need to do what is your project settings. So to open the project settings window and the properties, you need to move your cursor over in the properties bin panel and hit S on the keyboard like this. There are a number of tabs given over here, but right now we are interested in only in this. So let's see that what it got. You can just click over here to save your projects or to set your directory. You can click over here. Here is the description of the your shot. I mean, आपके shot पे काम कर रहे हो, from how many days you have. You can add your random comments to it. All right. Now over here is your frame range. Right now it is set it to frame number 1 to frame number 100, so we can see that in the timeline we are getting our timeline up to frame number 1 to frame number 100. You can also adjust your FPS, the frame per second, and this is your format, like on which format you just want to work. Right now it is set it to 1K Super 35 full aperture. You can just click over here to add the numbers of formats. Alright. Oh, sorry, it's wrong. uh, over here 1K Super 35 full aperture. Alright. Nuke की सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि suppose if I import or load some another footage of some another dimensions or sizes, Nuke क्या करता है खुद ब खुद एक फॉर्मेट बना लेगा सेम उसी इमेज साइज का. फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स सी मैंने यहाँ पे एक इंपोर्ट किया हुआ है एक फुटेज and I'll hit 1 to see it. Now you see that it has a size of 1200 by 556. Alright. So now if I'll go into my project setting and see, ने यहाँ पे automatically इस same image size का एक format तैयार कर दिया है. Now I can just click on it. See, now I'm getting the format of my project settings, exactly the format of the image which had been imported to it. And suppose अगर Nuke यहाँ पे automatically आपकी image size का एक format नहीं तैयार कर पाता है, then you have the other options, like you can just go ahead and click on this new button. You can just name it down to whatever. Okay, and you can just edit और आपको जिस भी format का project setting चाहिए, you can just write it down and you get the same. Okay, and now see I have this TAVR 1254 cross 4384. It is the format. Alright, so that was all about the project settings, and let's move ahead.